been a great season at the Riverside for Brian Robson and his promotion heroes. The Borough bounced back to the Premiership at the first attempt in thrilling fashion. A brilliant reward at the end of another dramatic chapter in the history of Middlesbrough Football Club.
We're delighted anyway, we're back up, got the club where it belongs. Supporters deserve it as much as everybody in here, we're really chuffed.
This exclusive programme is a tribute to a glorious season. A thrilling campaign that saw Borough complete the road to Wembley to reach a third successive cup final.
It's 2-0 to Middlesbrough. And Marco Branca has scored 3 minutes into his debut.
Branca's dream debut followed a £1.3 million signing from Inter Milan, just one of a whole host of super signings. Undisputed Player of the Year was Magic Man Paul Merson, the new darling of the fans.
I'm pleased with the fans and the players. I do get a bit embarrassed sometimes that I get all the praise, but if it weren't for all the other players, it would be hard for me to be here.
The big names claim the headlines, but it's also been a great season for Borough's exciting youngsters. The season began with soon-to-be departed Fabrizio Ravanelli and Brazilian maestro Emerson still at the Riverside.
Seven minutes into it, Roberts again launches from the goal area. Ball just toe poke forwards. Chance for Michael Beck to put Brevet under a little bit of pressure. Flag stays down, ball is through far side. Charlton Athletic can get the opener, it's there! Charlton Athletic have taken the lead. Steve Jones sprang the Middlesbrough offside trap. Cross comes in, Stam gets the touch, far side, Fester! And Gianluca Fester stabs Middlesbrough level. Pedersen still complaining he didn't get a touch on the ball, which resulted in a corner. But Gianluca Fester at the far side stabs Middlesbrough level. Borough 1, Charlton 1. Emerson, a flick by Emerson to Hignett. Outside of the boot finds Kinder. Kinder running. Kinder sprinting, looking to try and create something. To Ravanelli! And Fabrizio Ravanelli, his first true touch in the game. The deftest of headers takes it past Andy Pedersen. And Middlesbrough have stolen the game at the death. 2 on their lead.
And that was to be Ravanelli's final goal for the Borough.
Stewart, down to Forsyth. Stoke looking to counter-attack now. It's a stalling overlap by Griffin. And that's a goal! And it's Paul Stewart! That's his first for Stoke!
That shock home defeat signalled an unspectacular end to Ravanelli's stay on Teesside. The moody Italian was on his way, eventually joining Marseille for £5.25 million. Meanwhile, new signing Andy Townsend made his debut as a substitute in Borough's first away match of the new season. Townsend a £500,000 buy from Aston Villa.
Beck knocks it back for Moore. Mustoe, and there's the first goal for Middlesbrough. It's Robbie Mustoe, and Middlesbrough lead here at Prenham Park. You felt as if Middlesbrough were going to score because the pressure was mounting on the Tranmere goal, and they have taken the lead through Robbie Mustoe. Oh, dirty miss, lost the plot there. Here's Alan Moore. Oh, Alan Moore. Oh, but Beck has made it 2-0. Oh, Tranmere Rovers really did. Oh, dear me, that was a real gift, that goal.
There was to be no way back for Tranmere. Mikkel Beck's first goal of the season making sure of Borough's first away win. The victory was marred by a hotly disputed red card.
Now Aldridge will chase this one. Oh, great play from John. Oh, wow. Aldridge was clean through. It's a red card. Oh, dear me. And Gianluca Festa has been sent off.
Festa clearly not happy with that harsh decision. Nonetheless, 2 wins out of 3 meant Borough had made a good start to the season.
Gone by Musto. Headed forward by Woodthorpe. Connolly keeping it on, just Emerson nodding it into the path of Beck. Beck hooking it over his shoulder, Merson's on the charge, a real chance, and he's finished it. Well, that's why they invested so heavily in Paul Merson, and the partnership with Mikael Beck was so prevalent there. Beck with a flick, Merson with a pace, out sprinting the unfamiliar Stockport lineup with a debutant at the heart of it. And Merson's finish was superb, and the Middlesbrough fans celebrate the early goal. That's a better ball. There are men away on the far side. Mudge is one of them! Armstrong. Celebrates. And Sean Connolly it is, he's put it in. Well, the reason I hesitate, he's only scored 2 goals in his career, and this was the second of them.
Murray in full flight. Cross deflected off Fleming. Here's Steiner! Bradford City in front. Emerson. Turned forward by Townsend. It's Musto who's popped up on the edge of the Bradford penalty area. And now Kinder! Terrific goal by Vladimir Kinder. Equalises for Borough. Jacobs will take the free kick. And Adinho is free. And Adinho has got the home side back in front. Where was the marking? Merson. Kinder on the charge. Picked his cross carefully, turned away as far as Ormrod now. Still 3 in the middle. Anthony Ormrod, yes! Debut delight for Anthony Ormrod.
Awesome touch there from Ormrod. Musto in the middle, gets it across there. Freestone, can he turn to get a shot in? It's a goal from Freestone. Chris Freestone cashes in there. A sharp turn and a good finish, and the man in form in the reserves has struck for the first team. A good ball in there, the defence for once was stretching. Freestone was a good first touch, and he pulled it right across the face of the goal, and Harrison was cut out.
4 days later it was back to league duty, and Vladimir Kinder set up a convincing victory.
Kinder trying his luck, oh! Well, that must have been the best part of 30 yards. Vladimir Kinder, he and Bennett, the keeper, will be a little disappointed, I think, but a little surprised too. Everson, Ormrod. Ablett though for Birmingham. Oh, that's straight to Mikael Beck, and here's Paul Merson, and here's Mikael Beck, and here is the second goal for Borough. Nicely taken by Beck, nicely gift-wrapped by the Birmingham defence. Ablett, the guilty man. But a lovely touch from Merson, and Beck had to show some courage there as Bennett came out. Merson under pressure from Ablett, just forced it on. This is Ormrod. In towards Beck, set up Emerson, blocked by Wassall. Emerson again, it's 3! And Borough are having a first-half party here. 2 goals in the last 4 minutes. Emerson maybe favoured there by the bounce of the ball as Wassall made the block. But they're going to go in with a 3-goal interval lead. Townsend won it back, but the ball might run here for Paul Furlong, and he's pulled a goal back for Birmingham City.
Furlong's strike denied Roberts a clean sheet, and 3 days later Mark Schwarzer is finally back from injury.
Emerson's corner. Festa couldn't reach it, Beck did, and in doing so has given Middlesbrough the lead on the night and doubled their aggregate lead in the final minute of the first half. It's Mikael Beck's third goal of the season.
Well, it really was a blow to Barnet just on the stroke of half-time. Emerson took an age to take this free kick when Fester bundled into the back of, I think it was Warren Goodhine there, and all of a sudden it created a space there for Michael Beck, and it's a powerful downward header which Phil Simpson on the line could do nothing about there. It's just bounced over the top of him with far too much pace.
Harrison getting outside of him. This is Harrison, and now Beck, and down he goes under the challenge from Onweri, and that's a penalty. Well, you can see what Barnet thought about it, but Beck knocked it beyond the defender, and I don't think Onweri quite got the ball. Let's see.
Well, I think you'll find that Onweri did catch him there, certainly caught his trailing leg, and Beck didn't need any encouragement to go down there. And I think you'll find the referee is correct for that decision.
We're approaching the midpoint in the second half, and an opportunity here surely for Middlesbrough to bury Barnet once and for all. It'll be Paul Merson, and he sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, and Middlesbrough lead 2-0 on the night and 3-0 on aggregate, and the expression on Paul Merson's face suggests that he thinks Middlesbrough have done their job.
Here's Merson, and still Paul Merson, played behind Moore, but it's Emerson! And just as he did in this fixture last year, Emerson with a rocket launcher has put Middlesbrough ahead.
Well, what can you say about this guy? Great work. But Merson, such a threat when he's got the ball at the feet. It's a quality cutback, but what a strike from the Brazilian. Absolutely blockbuster. Central position, right foot, goalkeeper, absolutely no chance. Blockbuster, great goal. Perez beaten to the left, superb. Merson the provider. Oh, what a strike that is from Emerson.
Townsend's high free kick, looking to seek out Mikael Beck. Townsend again, this is Emerson. Merson, lovely layoff, Robbie Mustoe, and it's 2-0. Mustoe showed great persistence, but what a lovely touch as well from Paul Merson.
Ah, superb, superb. Mustoe, I thought, was going to play it to Beck. Look at Beck on the left. Mustoe going his own. Perez is unlucky. Mustoe reacts quicker. Emerson held it up brilliantly here. Lobs it inside, but what about this for a touch? That's a Premiership touch. And Mustoe at the second attempt. 2-0 Borough. Great play from Emerson, but this is top class. That's the touch of the game. Mustoe, first stop, comes off the post, and doesn't he react quickly? And surely now the game is beyond Sunderland as Mustoe fires his side 2-0 up.
Here's a late chance for Williams. He steered it back, and Johnston's shot turned in by Kevin Ball. And when it seemed that Sunderland could play all day and not score, finally Ball has broken through, but too late.
Victory over Sunderland lifts the Borough into 8th position in the First Division title race. But Robbo's men have games in hand on pacesetters Nottingham Forest. Sunderland are struggling in mid-table. Meanwhile, the best news for Borough fans is that Magic Man Paul Merson says he's settled on Teesside. The only unbeaten side in the entire league is Sheffield United, Borough's next opponents.
Merson's cross, flicked off Fester, Beck! And Mikael Beck gets the goal he needed to try and persuade Brian Robson to keep his chequebook in his pocket.
Well, I was just about to say, what a save that was, because I thought Tracy had somehow managed to scoop it over. But Beck struck it sweetly. Tracy gets down well for it. Merson with delivery, good crisp volley, bang! Tracy's just a little bit unlucky there. Gets a touch but finds its way under the crossbar. I think it's Festo who gets a head on it there. Crisp volley, good touch, good hands. Can't quite scoop it over the crossbar. Great start for Middlesbrough.
And this is good play, and Dean has managed to stay onside. Middlesbrough completely caught cold, and Dean has scored the equaliser. They squeezed up looking for the offside. Dean stayed on and really makes them pay.
Dean, Cachuro and Tyler all in the box. It's Tyler's touch
And a flying header following it in from Dave Whitehouse.
And Sunderland come once more. The run is made there into the right channel by Craig Russell. Borough clear it. Now Emerson has a couple of yards. Merson goes on the first run, but he spots Andy Campbell splendidly. Campbell! Goal! Andy Campbell squeezes the ball underneath the Sunderland goalkeeper Edwin Sotomayor. They may well have been against the run of play at the start of the second half, but Middlesbrough breaking out of the Sunderland stranglehold to magnificent effect. It's Borough 1, Sunderland 0. The youngster has the glory. It's Campbell.
Yeah, it was a great ball through to Campbell. Good control, kept his head, and a cool finish by the oncoming keeper, the onrushing keeper. Great goal.
And Gary Rowell, presumably Sunderland must be kicking themselves.
It's unbelievable, really, because I mean, the lad took it well there, but Sunderland must think they should have been 1-0 up. Instead, 2 minutes later, they're 1-0 down, and it can be cruel.
Man of the match then is Paul Merson. Craig Harrison whips in a good ball far side. Hignett could end it here. Hignett, goal! Game, set, match. Hignett strikes in spectacular fashion. He rips the net out and sends it sailing down the River Tees. Sunderland are sailing out of the competition. Middlesbrough 2, Sunderland 0. All hail Hignett.
Yeah, great return for Craig Hignett. Lovely touch. Crashed the ball, thunderous shot, keeper no chance, into the roof of the net. 2-0. Good night, Sunderland.
Gary Rowell.
Yeah, it's game over, isn't it? But major disappointment again. You know, what can you say? Middlesbrough deserve it.
Hignett's goal confirmed Borough's place in round 4 of the Coca-Cola Cup. Meanwhile, Hignett again made an impact as substitute when he set up the opening goal at Crewe at the start of the second half. Andy Townsend taking full advantage to claim his first goal for the Borough. The Irish World Cup star getting on the score sheet in his 7th full game since arriving at the Riverside. Magic man Paul Merson provided the dummy, and a neat finish by Townsend, but it wasn't enough to claim the points. Crewe hit back with an equaliser 7 minutes later. A good build-up, a splendid finish by Adebola, and 1-1 was how it finished. Borough made amends in their next match at Oxford.
Townsend. Fleming up into that danger area again, and Hignett, and Emerson scores for Middlesbrough. A cracking goal. Beautifully manufactured, and they think the journey south has been well worthwhile, and the Brazilian has made it worthwhile for them. And Merson is saying, let's hear it from the Borough fans. The team hasn't lost their way this season, and they've got a lead here. Hignett the touch, Emerson the wallop, and Van Huysden no hope. And Middlesbrough, good value for their lead, given them by their Brazilian Emerson. And Wilstermann does well to hook it across, and there is the equaliser from the co-centre-back Pearce. Middlesbrough will hope to capitalise, and Beck, well, Robinson got a foot in there but directed it straight to Townsend, and it's there. It's goal number 2 for Middlesbrough, and it's Robbie Mustoe. Paul Merson, both in there. But Robbie Mustoe, the former Oxford player, has scored against his old club. And how he's enjoyed that moment. Mustoe, born just down the road, and who left Oxford to go to Middlesbrough, has come storming in there for the header, and the ball tucked in past Van Huysden, and Middlesbrough have the lead back. What a lovely ball it is from Andy Townsend, so inviting. Mustoe met it, a glancing header, good enough. Again, Middlesbrough get bodies in when they have to do. They're swarming up around the Oxford goal again. Merson, there are 4 red shirts in the middle, and it's got to be goal number 3, and Curtis Fleming, I don't believe it. Curtis Fleming, of all people, scores Middlesbrough's 3rd. It was so simple for him, and I said I don't believe it because he's only scored 1 league goal in 160 appearances before tonight. And he won't get a simpler one, will he? Emerson there, hooks it across. Hignett couldn't get there. Fleming certainly could from all of a foot out. So Emerson, scorer of the first goal, instrumental in the 3rd. Van Huysden can't hold on there under Hignett's challenge, and the net is so inviting for Curtis Fleming. Good to see local youngsters coming into the side. Here's Bobby Ford, who's actually from the Bristol area. Emerson got in, Beck's in, and now Emerson's on his way, and there's one man on his right. He might seek to feed him through. It's a good ball in. Merson to make it 4 it is, and that's a beautiful goal for someone who's deserved one on the night. He's had a grin on his face all night, Paul Merson, but that's the biggest one. And Emerson, who scored Middlesbrough's first, has laid on the last for Paul Merson. Well, I'm saying the last, it's 4-1 now. And Paul Merson gets his 2nd league goal for Borough, his 3rd of the season. Emerson, it was delightfully laid wide of Robinson, inviting the chip, exquisitely executed. And it was always on as Oxford committed themselves forward, but didn't Merson take it with some relish and some aplomb?
Tankard. Corden. That's a lovely little flick for Emerson, through the middle for Beck now. If he can get in between the 2 defenders, he's looking for support. Bowled over, that's a penalty. Carragher bringing down Mikkel Beck. 10 minutes gone then. Paul Merson with the chance from the penalty spot. No problem at all. That's Merson's 4th, and Middlesbrough take charge. Coolly struck penalty, put away to the keeper's right with total confidence. 1-0 to Middlesbrough. Minutes gone into the second half. I would have thought the Middlesbrough management would be a lot more comfortable if the second goal would come. Maybe Merson can provide it here. It's the second penalty that Aspen then continuing his arguments because the penalty has been given. Paul Merson then prepares to take his 2nd penalty of the afternoon. The result's the same corner, fiercely driven past Paul Musselwhite, and Middlesbrough go 2 up midway through the second half. And that was a controversial penalty, but Paul Merson showed no mercy at all. Ainsworth once more looking a dangerous character on the ball. Foyle. Well, it's a fine goal, but it's probably come too late for Port Vale.
Indeed it had. 3 days later, Emerson's cousin Fabio finds himself in the starting lineup when he makes his debut against Huddersfield Town. An injury crisis has forced Brian Robson to make full use of his squad.
by Baker, and here's Merson in the clear, and round Bartram, only ever one outcome. Paul Merson scores for Middlesbrough. It was Steve Baker who managed to jab the ball through to him. Merson was first out of the blocks, had to take a slight detour, but his balance was short. Pearson. Merson. Beck is onside here. It's Mikael Beck. Oh, that tells you something about his confidence in front of goal at the moment. Middlesbrough 2 up in 18 minutes. Sublime service from Paul Merson, and then time just seemed to stand still for a moment as Mikael Beck lobbed the ball over Bartram, and the Danes' prayers were answered. Merson back into the path of Hignett. Three waiting in the middle. It's Hignett's cross, and Beck is there. That's 3-0. Mikael Beck rising highest. He owes a big thank you to Craig Hignett, who carried the ball virtually from the edge of his own penalty area, but Beck outnumbered 3-1 at the far post, made that cross his.
Beck's goal seals Borough's place in the top 3 as the season moves into November. Meanwhile, Brown Robson's latest recruit is Neil Maddison, a £300,000 signing from Southampton.
And Neil Maddison takes charge of the situation. Headed away by Craig Harrison. This is Steve Bull. Friedman. No offside against Robbie Keane. Robbie Keane! Oh, that's a lovely goal! Wolves take the lead, and may also have secured all 3 points.
Played on by Maddison. Merson. Merson curling the ball in. Townsend's there! 1-0. 64 minutes on the clock. Brilliantly taken by McLaughlin because Emerson was coming on in. Great ball, chance here. Oh, it's there. 1-1. A shock there for Middlesbrough.
Emerson is there, wants to take it out towards the right, and Maddison now with possession. He curls it towards the edge of the box. Up goes Pearson, get the touch on. Mikael Beck on the turn. Beck scores! And the relief of Mikael Beck. All of the pressure, all of the confidence that had drained away from the Great Dane now returns with a massive surge. It's Middlesbrough 1, Queen's Park Rangers 0. He's now the top scorer, 7 for the season, but the most important one because it restores confidence and gives Borough the lead. 9 minutes away from half-time. Hignett, good work by Hignett. Right-footed ball inside 6 yards. Merson is there. Shot. Merson! Magic man! Middlesbrough 2, Queen's Park Rangers 0. Celebrating an England call-up, but also celebrating Borough's second. Merson, cool, clinical, efficient, 2-0.
Yeah, great ball there for Craig Hignett, onto his knee, volleyed it across the box. Here it is, lovely flick over the defender's head. Great ball in. I thought Mikael Beck was going to get it, just failed to get there. Good control with Paul Merson. I think there was a slight use of the top of the arm. It was a great right foot finish, 2-0.
And they're matching each other, stride for stride. Beck goes into the lead as top scorer on 7. Then all of a sudden Merson, he's now 7. Middlesbrough coming forward again, looking for their third. Merson plays it back into Ormerod. Will his pace be crucial? Ormerod, edge of the area. Ormerod, yes! The youngster from front does a hoop of delight. Spring-heeled Ormerod, and Ormerod's low drive into the bottom corner rounds off a splendid afternoon. Borough 3, QPR 0, and the broad beam of Ormerod tells you the youngster enjoyed it.
Yeah, great play with young Ormerod. I thought he was going to lay it off to Mikel Beck, but his confidence was high. Struck it, got a bit of luck and through the defender's leg, but what a finish. Keeper had no chance.
Fantastic display, Craig. You must be delighted.
Yeah, I mean, it's 100% better than Wednesday night. I mean, we closed them down, we hustled, and everybody worked 100% today, and it's a fantastic result.
Yeah, you really looked a different side, and the crowd really got behind you. Just being attacked there by Emerson, the crowd really got behind you.
Yeah, I mean, it does help when you score early. I thought we played very well in the first half, and we deserved to be 2 up at half time. Second half, just a case of not letting it slip, and I thought we played brilliant.
Middlesbrough closing down the space, closing down the options, but they haven't picked up Ewan Roberts, who scored his first league goal for Norwich City. And by Pearson. Merson out wide. Here's Ormerod and Beck. Off both posts and eventually in. Mikel Beck. Set up then by young Ormerod. Andy Marshall beaten. And Middlesbrough still can't quite believe it. Both posts, and it was the second bounce which beat Marshall. Beck. Hignett. Merson. Chance for Paul Merson. And a goal for Paul Merson. Paul Merson's 8th goal of the season. He's level at the top of the Middlesbrough scoring charts with Mikel Beck, and he's put Middlesbrough in front. Hignett created it. Inviting pass. And Merson, who was able to get in ahead of Segura and to find the bottom corner. That was a good goal from Merson. Beck has been able to take advantage of the mistake by Scott. Ormerod is forward, and that's number 3. Norwich core on the break again, and it's Anthony Ormerod. He scored when he came on as a substitute last weekend. He's been in from the start here, and that was a delightful finish by Ormerod.
After 6 goals in 2 matches, confidence is high for the Coca-Cola Cup date with Bolton.
Back out there, trying the second time, and that's a goal, and that's Alan Thompson. Hignett, checking on the presence of Mark Fish. Hignett whipping away from the defender though, getting across into the middle. Somerville. Mark Somerville challenged for it, and that's his first goal for the Borough, and it's got them level. He's been such a worker in midfield, and it was determination that got that one. Hignett too played his part, getting round Fish. Squirted it back. Somerville, and it took a deflection then. Listen. Hignett is there, not bad ball back into the middle there. Wilson's at full stretch. Harrison. Oh, that's an important header from Fish, but the danger is not over yet for Bolton. Emerson is in the middle, Emerson down, and Hignett, and it's there, and Craig Hignett puts Borough ahead. 5 minutes left in extra time. Out of their seats at the Riverside. Will it prove the winner from Craig Hignett? Ormerod got the ball back into the middle. Emerson was there, and Hignett, and he just did enough to get it past Brannigan. I suppose it was a classic cup time marathon in the end, wasn't it? And you finally got there.
Well, we're getting used to it after last season, but it's pleasing to go through. The lads put a lot of effort into it. And yeah, it was a passionate cup tie. There's a lot of fierce tackling going on and, end-to-end stuff.
So Borough are back in the quarter-finals. Meanwhile, the promotion race continues at Swindon.
Craig Taylor. Watson was available. No Mark Walters in the team today. He's only among the substitutes. This is Nadar. Who has bags of pace. Not go all the way through here. Nadar! Oh, that's a brilliant goal. Cool work by Robinson. Digby, who's been out with a chest injury. Missed the last couple of games. Tony Warner, has come in for him, and Merson has punished a dreadful aberration by Fraser Digby. Well, that was quite astonishing. Very quick thinking by Merson. But such sloppy work from Fraser Digby. There's no other word for it, I'm afraid. What was he thinking of here? Straight to Merson. Straight back into the net. 1-1. Merson with the corner. Digby staying back on his line. It's Emerson. It's there. Middlesbrough lead. Emerson scores. And celebrates in typically flamboyant fashion. 15 minutes from time. Merson's long corner met unchallenged there by Beck, and Emerson virtually unattended in the middle. Rather static defending by Swindon, and they've been punished by the Brazilian Emerson.
Emerson's winner at Swindon proves to be his final goal for the Borough. Meanwhile, the winning run comes to an end in the top of the table showdown with Forest, who had keeper Dave Besant in top form. The night's outstanding action, a world-class save that denied Mikkel Beck. And Borough knew it was going to be one of those nights. Beck couldn't beat Dave Besant, but he rediscovered his scoring touch against the Baggies.
Snakers again. Oh, robbed by Hignett. Now a real break on for Middlesbrough. Merson for Beck. This is a great chance for Mikkel Beck. And he's taken it. Super finish, Mikkel Beck. And Borough are in the lead. West Brom lost possession there. And Borough had the turnover. And they were in. Beck made the break, had the possession and found the finish. And that is 1-0 Middlesbrough after 33 minutes, and Mikkel Beck gets his 9th of the season.
Beck joining Paul Merson as Borough's top goal scorer at the end of November. A look at the league table confirms Borough's healthy progress. Forest are still the pace setters, but Borough are now in second spot, their highest position so far. December begins with a midweek date at Portman Road, against an improving Ipswich Town side yet to find their best form.
Flag, Merson is onside here, and Paul Merson has given Middlesbrough the lead. He can hear the boos because the flag stayed down. But Merson, well, how cool can you get? Through the legs of Richard Wright to put Middlesbrough in front.
The contest became 10-a-side when this Ipswich attack ended in blows being thrown off the ball. Watch to the left of your picture as Craig Harrison, number 3, receives a right-handed counterpunch from James Scowcroft. It didn't need an action replay to spot that one. Both players received a red card, and Harrison not happy with a headache into the bargain.
Last minute, Stockwell. There's Holland. Tarico off the post. Johnson! David Johnson has saved the day for Ipswich.
Borough's 10 men couldn't quite hold on. Nonetheless, 4 days later, Robbo's men hit top spot when they claim all 3 points at Gig Lane.
Ormrod has found Hignett running free here, and he's got 3 in support to his left. This is Ormrod, instead it's Merson. And now Beck, and that's the goal. They were queuing up to score it, and Mikkel Beck got to the front of the queue. Merson, inevitably the provider. Just turned away from Swales, but look, Beck almost had to hold off Emerson to get to it.
Table-topping Borough emerged for the home match with Reading with a chance to open a 3-point lead over second-place Forest. No one knew, but it was also a day to bid farewell to Brazilian hero Emerson. After weeks of speculation, Emo was soon to complete a £4 million move to Tenerife. The midfield genius took time to settle on Teesside when he first arrived, but he clearly loved playing at the Riverside. Emo, a great favourite with the Borough fans, will always be fondly remembered for his dazzling skills and his spectacular goals. He didn't get on the score sheet on this occasion, but he still made a big impact.
Emerson, back a couple of yards to Hignett, 14 minutes left. Hignett out to the near side of the player, and Curtis Fleming midway inside Reading territory for Emerson. Emerson sees Beck. Beck flicks it on. Inside the box is Andy Townsend, back to go. Townsend wants support. Curtis Fleming is there on the edge of the area. Fleming for Craig Hignett. Hit it, Higgy. Higgy hits the treble! Craig Hignett's shot rips high and handsome into the top of the net, and all of the frustration, all of the agony ends with a master stroke from the Super Scouser. It's 1-0 to the Borough, and Borough flying high at the top. Emerson midway inside Borough territory for Merson. Merson back to Hignett, the hero of the hour. On instead towards Merson now, and Merson striding between two defenders. Mikael Beck! Beck goal! The Prince of Denmark! Mikael Beck, it's 2-0, and in 2 minutes the terrors from Reading are banished down south where they belong. Mikael Beck right in the bottom corner, and the spoilers get what they deserve for this afternoon. Nothing, we are top of the league. On the right though, Middlesbrough moving forward. Jaime Moreno takes it. Moreno inside the box. Moreno back. Yes! 3-0! Created in Bolivia. Finished by Denmark. And Reading definitely now, their heads are hanging. They're going away from Teesside with nothing. Borough just playing out time, or will they increase advantage to 4? On it goes to Hignett. Hignett giving there around McPherson's on a 1-on-1. Hignett against the keeper. Hignett goal! Salutes the crowd like an emperor, and he deserves it. Borough 4, Reading 0, 2 for Hignett, 2 for Beck, and absolutely nothing for the spoilers from Reading.
Fit again Robbie Mustoe is on the bench at Main Road, where Borough suffer their first defeat in 11 matches. City piling on the pressure in the early stages. When Phil Stamp fouled Russell in the box, the referee had no hesitation. Uwe Rosler put City ahead from the spot. It was all over for Borough fans before half-time, City adding their second goal on 32 minutes. Gio King-Clancy did the damage before Paul Dickoff wrapped up the points for the home side. On Boxing Day, Borough left it late to claim the win that kept them in top spot. Merson's 76-minute corner headed into his own goal by Huddersfield's Kevin Gray. 48 hours later, back at the Riverside, Borough turned in a much improved performance against Stockport County.
And the start again with the Slovakian Kinder. And Kinder plays it on. And they're all on side. Stamp is there. Stamp hits it. Nixon saves. Hignett goal! Craig Hignett rolls it into the back of the net. It's Middlesbrough 1, Stockport County 0. The invisible defence, but Hignett pounced. Corner then in front of the new Holgate end, which is on the Stockport left. It'll be curled in now with the right foot. Schwarzer stays on his line and is beaten. And Stockport have an equaliser. What a wonderful run by Stamp, keeps it going, out towards the far flank, and Merson plays it in now into the direction of Beck, it's knocked away, but Vladimir Kinder hits it, on to Beck, what a great save first time, Beck second time, yes! It's 2-1, and Mikael Beck's 13th goal of the season is unlucky for Stockport, but a huge roar at the Riverside, Borough 2, Stockport 1.
victory over Stockport keeps Borough ahead of Forest on goals scored at the season's halfway mark. The top two 5 points clear of the chasing pack. The new year began with an FA Cup third round tie at Queen's Park Rangers.
Did well to get away from Maddison and from Pearson by finding John Spencer! A glorious start for Queen's Park Rangers. 5 minutes gone and they're in the lead. Here's Craig Hignett. Combining well with Moreno and then with Merson! What a goal!
Well, you won't see any better in the FA Cup this season because that is superb play from Middlesbrough, in particular Craig Hignett. A number of 1-2s that Hignett himself started. He was the player that initiated in the midfield area. A 1-2 with Moreno, a 1-2 with Merson. QPR left stranded, left isolated, and certainly Tony Roberts had no chance whatsoever. That is terrific, intricate play on the edge of the box and superb finish. That is a wonderful goal by anybody's standards.
Becker's moved on ahead. It's Moreno. And he's got past Rufus Brevitt and Musto's turned up in the box, but it's Robbie Musto to put Middlesbrough in the lead.
Well, that's a super finish from Robbie Musto. Very nearly got in 5 minutes ago at the far post. This time he did get in on the far post. But what strength, what determination from Jaime Moreno on this right-hand side. Rufus Brevitt will be disappointed not to have won that particular challenge. He's looking for a free kick. It wasn't a free kick. Super ball from Moreno. Great side foot finish from Robbie Musto. That's put Middlesbrough 2-1 up, and really QPR have got it all to do to get back into this game. And really Tony Roberts had no chance whatsoever.
Already. He provided the cross. No, he's left it to Peacock to do that. Aim towards Steve Slade. And a flying header. And it's super sub Kevin Gallen who got the crucial touch.
The cup theme continues at Reading, where Borough, favourites to reach the Coca-Cola Cup semi-final for the second successive year, leave it late.
Madison's kick. Merson. It's great control. And he's let in Hignett. And surely it's all over now. And Middlesbrough have clinched their place in the semi-finals. Heartbreak for Reading. The players all protesting to the referee. They took the kick so quickly. It caught them off guard, Reading. Merson with such a deft touch there. Waited for his moment, waited for Hignett to join in, and well, he was so cool with his finish beyond Nicky Hammond.
I thought it was a good performance for a quarter-final away from home. We knew that Reading had put the ball forward and get in behind and make it a hard-working match for us. But I thought they stood up very well to it in the first half. In second half, I always thought that we looked as if we'd score.
Did you think you were heading for extra time?
It did look like that, but after the experiences of last year, it's nice for us to score in extra time rather than the opposition. So that was good for us.
Borough's reward a semi-final showdown with Liverpool, but the cup exploits take their toll 4 days later at the Valley. Sean Newton opened the scoring with a super strike. Newton then set up goal number 2 for the home side, when Mark Bright added the final touch. There was no way back for Borough, and match winner Newton completed his demolition job when he made it 3-0 on the hour. Borough bounced back 3 days later in the cup replay with Queen's Park Rangers.
Paul Merson, into inside Borough territory. Merson then, just flicking on. Great little ball for Campbell. Campbell, great finish, Andy Campbell! Andy Campbell, Merson's ball on, and Lee Harper face down in the mud 6 yards out, and Rangers could be out of the FA Cup. Yeah. Campbell strikes with authority. Stockdale's on the overlap. Stockdale with possession. A right-footed ball is curving in. It's a deep one. Maddison rises to win it. Townsend back. Mustoe straight back of the net. Robbie Mustoe! Low and hard into the far corner. It's Borough 2, QPR 0, and Borough sailing into round 4.
Frustratingly, Cup success is again followed by disappointment in the league.
Releases the ball, and it's an onside David Johnson. This lad's got pace and he goes down, and Fester could be in real trouble here.
Tell you what,
it's a free kick and he could be off.
Tell you what, he'll be off.
And Gianluca Festa called towards the referee, and it's the red card. And Festa's afternoon ends in the 17th minute. Borough are down to 10 men. David Johnson was herring away on goal. His heels were clipped. Festa gets the red card. Festa doesn't want to go, but he is off. Free kick in a good position. Merson dusts himself down to take this free kick. Right-footed. Pearson's header. Great goal from the skipper. Inspiration, Pearson. His header hits the underside of the bar, rips into the back of the net, and Big Nige comes up with a good, big style. Tarico on the edge of the area to Alex Matthew. Matthew whips it in, hits against Vickers, comes back to Stockwell. Stockwell's a good cross. A header is won. Johnson's there. Johnson beats the goalkeeper. It's an equaliser for Ipswich. And Johnson goes to the Ipswich supporters with delight. It's Borough 1, Ipswich 1.
In round 4 of the FA Cup, Borough blew their chances in the first half.
And it's Overmars who's running free onto Bergkamp's pass, and Mark Overmars has given Arsenal the lead inside the first minute. Way by Adams. Anelka, the player in pursuit, and the support arriving to each side of him now, and it's Ray Parlour. He's got Petit square of him, he doesn't need him. Parlour's made it 2-0 for Arsenal. Taking on Adams, and look where Manninger is here, and a chance for Paul Merson. Yes! Paul Merson has got the goal he so badly wanted, and who knows, Middlesbrough have half an hour to maybe rescue the game thanks to Paul Merson.
You know, we played a team first half, a few young lads in it. We really tried to go at them, to be honest. Tried to really attack them, but they got the ball and we couldn't get the ball back off them. Their movement was good. They seemed to get outnumbered all over the place, to be honest, the first 20 minutes. I mean, we reshuffled, which, you know, I suppose it's too late, but after that, things were a lot better.
First half, we were atrocious. Unbelievable. And a great team like Arsenal punished us, but second half, we can walk out with our heads high. We've done brilliant, and if we keep on playing like that, you know, we'll go up.
Do you think you give your old lads a little bit too much respect?
No, I just think it's poor play all round. You know, I don't care if we're playing, no disrespect to Crewe, but if we're playing them, they would have slaughtered us today in the first half. You know, you can't do it. It's schoolboy errors by everybody, but second half, fair credit to everybody, all the lads, and we dug in, and, you know, we should be very proud.
But again, they did well, Middlesbrough, and here's Andy Townsend. Beck wants it, but Andy Townsend held it up because he felt that Beck was going to be onside. But here's a great run by Merson. Here's a great chance for Middlesbrough now, and it's a terrific goal.
O'Brien, we've been saying all along about the space they're leaving behind them, Liverpool. They've gambled time after time, but that was classic. Great work to start with from Andy Townsend. A superb ball from Hignett. Steadies himself. He actually has time. They've split the defence that much. He actually has time there. He's a lot of dying. If Babs left for dead, goes in. He could have taken it even closer on the keeper. And that's the mark of confidence. He just cracks the back of the ball. What a great goal that is.
Owen. Redknapp.
Oh, a wonderful shot!
It's Jamie Redknapp again. This time it's Owen. Ooh, he's got to the byline, he's pulled it back. And at last, Robbie Fowler has scored for Liverpool.
The tie was nicely set up for the return leg at the Riverside. Meanwhile, Borough needed to consolidate their league position.
Corner, which is taken by Townsend, and Pearson's head up! And the captain marvel strikes for Middlesbrough. They've been patient in the opening quarter of an hour and get their reward.
Well, this has helped in Tosh McKinley. I don't think he could have done too much about it, but the marking shocking. Pearson peels away from Whittle, and McKinley with the left foot whacks it in the back of the net. Could have done better maybe if he'd have got the right foot to it, but McKinley, well, Stoke fans might be saying, where did he come from? Just with the left foot, whacks it in the net.
Well won by Wallace though from Somerville. He's looking for support. Is it going to carry? The challenge was from Baker and the penalty is given. It's Kavanagh against Schwarzer. And he's done it! The little shuffle, but a perfect hit, and it's 1-1.
Hignett.
Moreno. He saw the opening and he went for it. And what a wise decision it proves.
What a good start from Moreno. He looked very comfortable on the ball. Good vision, good touch. This time showing he knows where the back of the net is. A little bit of luck here. It comes off Baker and McKinley. He just sweeps it on the left foot, drills it low and past Muggleton. And suddenly Borough go ahead. Good strike this on the left foot. Moreno whacks it past Tweed in the far corner, kept it low. And that's a quality finish from the Bolivian. Maybe in off the post, smashing strike. 2-1 Borough. Muggleton looks on, helpless.
0-0. Craig Hignett buzzing in from this near flank. Great little dribble by Hignett. Back it goes. Pearson's shot, knocked over the keeper. Hignett scores! And Craig Hignett, who worked so hard to make the chance, finds the classic finish under goalkeeper Steve Simonson. Borough 1, Tranmere 0, and the Mises of 5 successive goalless draws are cracked at the Riverside.
Yeah, terrific finish for Hignett. All sent for the throw-in. We'll just watch it on the monitor. Nice layoff there. Craig Hignett beats his man, goes to the byline, cuts it back. Good strike with the skipper Nigel Pearson. Comes back off the defender. Craig Hignett's there to side foot at home. Craig Hignett for me in opening half hour has been the best Borough player.
Irons is tackled very well by Vladimir Kinder, and Kinder straight downfield will look for Paul Merson. Merson nips out of his opponent. Great work by the red boots of Merson. Inside the box, Merson finds the finish. It is the magic man, Paul Merson. His 13th goal of the season. It's distinctly unlucky for Tranmere, but what a smart finish. Borough 2, Tranmere 0.
International class with Merson. Nothing wrong with his red boots on that occasion. Robbed Dave Chandler. Took it in towards the keeper. Here we're just watching the monitor. Robbed Dave Chandler. Went towards the goal. His entering the 18-yard box. Defender came to cover. Side-footed him. And that's a lovely inside his foot. Bent it into the corner of the net. Keeper no chance. Terrific goal.
The expression is pick that out.
Pick that right out.
Townsend, first time on. Onside is Paul Merson. This is a one-on-one. This must be 3. And is! Magic Man shot high into the top of the net. It's Borough 3, it's Tranmere 0, and it's 14 for the season for Magic Man Merson.
Well, I don't know how Tranmere have kept so many clean sheets. Dreadful defending, caught very, very square. Merson was left 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Great ball for Townsend, over the top. Defence caught square. Merson looked up, got the ball on his chest, or his head, got it down right-footed, placed it by the goalkeeper, keeper no chance.
Borough back on top of the First Division, but Robbo's men slip back to second at Birmingham.
Baker was under pressure from Furlong there, and hesitation, and John McCarthy has scored for Birmingham City. The former Borough fan at a very painful cost to Mark Schwarzer. Fester. Merson. Fester's got on, but how on earth did Merson know he was there? It's Gianluca Fester, and that is 1-1. A goal from the Italian against the run of play, really. But Paul Merson has eyes in the back of his head, and Fester is the beneficiary of his vision.
Hignett's the one to win it though. Hignett 30 yards down, wanting to interchange there with Andy Townsend. On the right, Merson plays it in. Robbie Musto's made a great run. Musto plays it back. Beck, shot deflects. Hignett scores! Craig Hignett! Close range, lethal and deadly Craig Hignett. Borough 1, Bradford City 0. Great start to the second half. Formic's on the watch and Hignett gets it.
Yeah, lovely ball from Mikael Beck. Fouled nicely Craig Hignett. It was about 2 yards for goal and he just pushed it over the line.
Borough are back in top spot and back in the transfer market signed Italian striker Marco Branca.
You know, I had a few problems with Fabrizio and, you know, a couple of occasions with Emma, but they were still top-class players, and that's why I think we had 30,000 sell-out crowds all the time, because the fans really enjoyed watching those players play, and that's what I want to keep giving our fans. I mean, I want success and I want to win things. I want to get us back in the Premiership, but I also want the fans to enjoy the football that they're watching.
To Middlesbrough. Inside of 90 seconds, it was Jamie Carragher who caught him.
Well, this could be the start they want to win. Some great interplay there between Hignett and Beck. Beck drives for the box. Carragher coming from the outside. I hate to see defenders doing that. Had no alternative but to chop him. Obviously a penalty.
Carragher, who's starting a match in the Liverpool defence zone for the second time tonight, has given Paul Merson the opportunity to give Middlesbrough the perfect start. The aggregate scores are level. Header away by Hartness, finds Fowler. Cut out by Pearson, on by Ince, saw McManaman getting forward. Instead it's Robbie Fowler. Looking for Björneby overlapping, and finding only Kim there. And Merson has picked out Branca, and here's a great chance for the Italian. It's 2-0 to Middlesbrough. Marco Branca has scored 3 minutes into his debut.
And is that his first kick in England? Well, I mean, he gets between the two centre-halves. Look at the centre-half, no marking. Great threaded ball there by Merson. And he tucks it between James's legs. But that's a superb ball. Terrible marking at the back. Liverpool's weakness, if they have one, is the way the centre-halves, I think, mark people. You know, don't mark people. There's a first-class example. We saw it in the first game, and I bet Branca used to the defending of Italian defenders. Cannot believe the space he's got.
I just can't take in such concentration in that match. Try and get a job done into the defensive side of it. I'm in a bit of shock.
The fans have been fantastic. I mean, the atmosphere here tonight, they got behind the lads great. But tonight as well, we can't forget the effort that these players have put in. I mean, it was tremendous effort and discipline that they put into the game, and that's why they've got to another Wembley final.
Perfect timing for our launch of Borough TV, the club's dedicated cable TV service on Comcast Channel 8. A new weekly programme is presented by Alistair Brownlee and former Borough hero Bernie Slaven. Meanwhile, a fabulous weekend with another new signing, Alan Armstrong from Stockport, making a dream debut against Sunderland.
Merson takes it on again. Merson fancies having a run. Still Merson, and he's found Townsend, and Branca's got a chance! And Branca scores! It's another Italian job! Marco Branca, 2 in 2 games! It's his league debut! And Branca takes the applause. Merson, the run just kept on going, and a great reverse ball to Townsend. First time to Branca, was on his low, and Perez got a hand to it, but Branca put it away. Merson, the heart and the inspiration. What a great ball to Townsend. The marking was gone. They tried to recover, but Branca was in. Middlesbrough really proving a hard defensive nut to crack. Johnston gets into the middle, the flag's up on the far side. Referee acknowledges it, but wants play to continue. Merson is round his man, and there's a break on here. Armstrong is going through the middle, he's got to time it right. And here's Branca now. Middlesbrough sweeping forward, Branca's round his man. It's still Branca going. Branca, he's done it again. Marco Branca, 2-0 Middlesbrough. 3 goals in 2 games. Marco Branca gets the sight of goal, and you cannot stop it. Brian Robson, the smile of satisfaction, what a buy. And Branca was always going to have it. Fine first touch, round one man, they were all in there, but he would not be shaken off, and he got his shot in, and again it came off Perez. What an impact from Marco Branca. A goal in 3 minutes against Liverpool, and 2 now in this North East derby game. He's found Branca, he's got the return as well, and he's got the support now from Kinder. Armstrong taking it down, well, Armstrong gets his shot in, and he scored as well. And Alan Armstrong has scored on his debut. Oh, it's the right week to make your debut for Middlesbrough. Anything Branca can do, Armstrong is going to have a go at as well. And Brian Robson's signings are really delivering the goods this week. Armstrong, it was a fine finish. He held it well, he got the turn in, and he got his shot past Perez into that far corner. 15 goals for Stockport this season. He's got his first for Middlesbrough. Dichio, oh, that's a good ball to Clark, and Lee Clark has pulled one back.
Big guns going forward. Madison, Vesta, edge of the box. A host of red shirts inside that penalty area. Hignett delivers it. Madison, header, great goal! Neil Madison, what a wonderful header! It's a crew cut for Jason Keaton, and Neil Madison's header. It flashes into the back of the net. All of the frustration's gone. Borough ahead, Madison.
Well, it was a great delivery, right hand side for the corner kick. Here we go, Craig Hignett looking just to get a good delivery. Great, brilliant header. Madison, there was about 3 blue shirts on the line, none of them could stop it. What a goal.
Borough were good value for their top spot, but the good work was undone in a nightmare start to the month of March.
Here comes the Dutchman. And this time he's got it! Previous attempts were foiled, but that one was bent in beautifully. And Van Hooijdonk puts Forest in the lead in the top of the table clash. Johnson's gone down, but Campbell here is onside. Fleming played him onside, and it's a clean run at goal. Could it be 2? Yes, it could. Mark Williams cross, Dibble came, and it's headed in by Cooper. Campbell, Stone, and it goes down in the box. It is a penalty. And Pierre Van Hooijdonk, who scored from the free kick, has a chance for another from the penalty spot and takes it.
The nightmare continued 3 days later at Loftus Road, where a freak own goal gave Queen's Park Rangers a 32nd minute lead. Steve Vickers the guilty man. The disbelief continued with the home side cracking home with 3 further goals before half-time. Bruce made it 2-0, beating Andy Dibble at the near post. Dibble was caught out of game when he came for a long ball out of the Rangers' half and was rounded by Kevin Gallen, who made it 3, threading home his shot from a difficult angle. On the stroke of half-time, Mike Sherrill made it 4 goals in 13 unlucky minutes for Borough. No one to blame this time. And 9 minutes after the break, Sherrill completed a miserable 4 days for Borough. At home to Swindon, Marlon Beresford, a £500,000 signing from Burnley, replaces shell-shocked Andy Dibble.
Now Vladimir Kinder. Looking for something to really set Middlesbrough alight here. Maybe Armstrong's the man to do it. What a bad ball in, keeper thought about coming in. It's the first goal, and it's Marco Branca again on a plate for him. Never a problem for a striker with his capabilities. And that should really settle down the Borough. Simple, really.
Absolutely. Long ball crossed from the right-hand side. Armstrong has a look up here. It's a good ball beyond the far post. I mean, it's poor defending, but that's good anticipation.
Another good ball forward from Townsend. Here's Branca again. Looks so full of skill. Right way across. Armstrong back into the middle. Madison, second time lucky. Neil Madison. His second goal for the Borough at the second time of asking, and again courtesy of Branca.
Well, Branca, a little bit of trickery here. Cuts the ball back across the face. The ball just stays in play. It's cut back again. Madison has a shot. He comes back out to him and headed in the corner. It was like a bagatelle bouncing around there, but you just get the impression if Middlesbrough are patient and sensible, well, they could quite conceivably get the 6 goals possibly that might take them to the top of the league.
Armstrong in an excellent position here. Options in the middle. Still with Armstrong. Oh, he did it all on his own. What a confident finish. 2 men screaming for it. He didn't need any help. Very confident indeed.
Well, that's the perfect answer, isn't it? A good first-time ball here, a good dummy. Madison plays it early. Armstrong onside. Good touch, takes his time, gathers his composure, has a look, and then decides to tuck it in between the goalkeeper and the near post.
Swindon have hardly been chucking the money around quite the same style as their opponents tonight. Oh, I say! Who else? Neil Madison. Can you believe what a game he's had? There was nothing on, but anything goes for Neil Madison tonight. Even he's laughing about that one.
Well, it's a throw-in into feet, flicked up, and this is a great first touch onto his chest, allows it to bounce, and a great volley, dipping volley into the far corner. Magnificent strike.
That was a nice touch again from Branca, trying to knock it through for Armstrong, who's got it now. Chance here for Armstrong. He's full of confidence, this boy. Never a moment's hesitation. That's his 3rd goal for Middlesbrough. It's his 2nd tonight. All 3 since he's come here have been really well taken.
Well, Branca sees the situation. It wasn't the best of passes, was it? Defender will be thinking about that all night, but a composed finish there. Armstrong running through, knows what he's going to do, has a touch, has a look up, sees the goalkeeper comes and just passes it into the goal, into the corner.
Fleming. Armstrong again knocks it in. Branca! Oh, that is magnificent! That's 6, and that's top, and what a way to hit number 1! Simply superb!
Well, this is a magnificent goal, this, isn't it? When you're on fire, anything can happen. A good ball dinked in, there's nothing on there, and an overhead kick spectacular. Good shape, good position, and he oozes quality, doesn't he? He's a fit lad at 33, and what a snip he looks at $1 million or just over.
Signed injury time, McLaughlin. Aloisi's away from his man if he can beat the keeper. Oh, down he goes! Penalty! And Aloisi, as he went round Marlon Beresford, his pace was too much, and Beresford's been booked. Against Marlon Beresford. McLaughlin! Oh, he saved it! And McLaughlin holds his head in his hands.
And they're looking here for Neil Madison! And he's done it again! Neil Madison with 4 goals in 3 home games now. And the Riverside is in raptures.
Well, that's the breakthrough, and Madison's been in the goals of late, hasn't he? Again, this time patient build-up, but look at the bodies behind the ball. It's a fantastic ball. A great touch from Madison.
Madison. Armstrong! And Alan Armstrong suddenly got free and makes Norwich pay. 2-0.
Well, we talk about impacts when you go to a new club. This fella's impact has been great as well. His goal-scoring record is superb, but what a lovely controlled volley. Just gets it on the bounce, gets over it, keeps it down,
Right past Andy Marshall, and that's the goal they've been desperate for here at the Riverside. Lovely finish. Norwich will be disappointed with the defending.
Thomas's cross, and it was pulled back well by Vickers. And Maddison and Norwich scramble it clear with Roberts. Hignett plays it back in. Norwich at the moment hanging on by the skin of their teeth. Maddison, and it's deflected in by Mikael Beck. More by luck than judgment perhaps, but Beck will be delighted to claim it. And Middlesbrough go 3-0 up.
Well, would you believe it? I said, can he come on and make an impact? His goal-scoring record is tremendous. Could that just get him some for the cup final next week? But Norwich really should have cleared this. Several chances to get it away. Good play there from Ewan Roberts. Driven back in, again chance to get it away. It doesn't as such this time. Gets in the problem. It comes out, whacks across, and Beck from 4 or 5 yards with a simple tap in. And really, Butter, 3-0 maybe flatters him a little bit. But Mikael Beck says to Brian Robson, well, I still know where the back of the net is, boss.
He didn't get on the score sheet, but a winning debut for Colombian striker Hamilton Rickards. A £2 million signing from Deportivo Cali. Lone Star Michael Thomas, meanwhile, is on his way back to Liverpool, making way for Borough's biggest signing of the season.
It's a fresh challenge. It's a tough challenge we've got ahead of us. The players know that. Not just the Cup final, but I think they want the Premiership so badly at this club. And they deserve it. I think we've got 5 home games out of 9. The lads are definitely capable of doing it. It's just the way they go about it and what they've proved so far. Hopefully we will go up.
Gazza's first day out is the Coca-Cola Cup final at Wembley, Borough's third visit to the famous Twin Towers inside 12 months. Gazza will start on the bench, insisting he doesn't want to gate crash the party.
Ricard could have a chance for them here. It's going to take something special. But Paul Merson's capable of that. Into the wall, it could have gone anywhere. It's gone for a goal kick. He thinks it should be a corner. He doesn't mind because he is back on the big stage again. Paul Gascoigne, after an absence of 7 years from English football, is about to come on in a cup final with 64 minutes gone. Gazza is welcomed back to Wembley. Dennis Wise. Still got his cross in. It's a goal. But he's in trouble here. As Matteo steps in and maybe clinches victory for Chelsea.
Another cup dream over, Borough must now focus on the final leg of the promotion race. With 8 crucial matches remaining, it looks like a 3-horse race for those precious top 2 positions. And third place Borough have destiny in their own hands.
There's been a tumble off the ball and the referee has pointed to the spot. It's a penalty to West Brom. It was Matt Carbon and Robbie Mustoe. Quinn, 1-0. James Quinn gives West Brom a controversial lead. Now Hunt. In towards Quinn, he got there ahead of Fleming and he scored again! 2 for Quinn, 2 for West Brom. Allen didn't get the job done. Neither did Carbon Musto. Looking for Ricard. Still Musto. Might come for Branca. Yes! Marco Branca has got one back. There are still 15 minutes left to play. They're all slip-sliding away there. First Musto lost his balance, then Branca too, but it didn't stop him scoring.
But Borough couldn't rescue a point, and more misery followed at Bramall Lane.
The crowd here warmed up to try and provide the inspiration for the breakthrough in this game. And Saunders goes in! And no mistaking this time! Dean Saunders puts Sheffield United in the lead.
After back-to-back defeats, victory was badly needed in the Riverside showdown with Bury.
Branca trying to set up Townsend. Oh, Keeley lost it, and Hamilton Ricard has found it. Middlesbrough in front. Ricard, the goal scorer. I'm not sure whether Keeley, the keeper, wasn't a little unsighted. There were a lot of defenders between him and Townsend, who did catch it well, and the shot was on him before he knew it, and so for that matter was Hamilton Ricard. Ricard, Merson. Here goes Branca. He has Hamilton Ricard square of him. It's Marco Branca. Unstoppable. He's a blast. Surprise, surprise, it was Paul Merson who played him in. But Marco Branca, ready, aim, fire. Gascoigne and Merson. On again towards Gascoigne. Instead it's Branca! He never seems to miss. It's Marco Branca again. Another studied finish. Another Merson pass. But look how steady and cool and calm his whole body is as he picks his spot. Vesta. Go on, have a shot, Gianluca. Instead it's Hignett. Against the post, Branca! A hat-trick for Marco Branca. He just seems to know where it's going to fall. Look how alert he is here as compared to the defenders around him, as Hignett's shot comes back off the post. Branca's already on the move, and that's why he scores goals. Branca. Merson. It's Branca, and Middlesbrough in front with just 8 minutes gone. Marco Branca has got the goal.
Against Man City, a piece of Gaza brilliance proved decisive.
Leaving Whitley in his wake. Was it again Ricard who blocked it? But Gascoigne might get a second bite at the cherry here. Worked it brilliantly, and still a chance. And Armstrong has scored for Middlesbrough. But what persistence to set it up for him from Paul Gascoigne.
Well, we said this guy, he only needs 30 seconds in the game to produce match-winning brilliance. Ricard couldn't believe it, he gets in the way of the first one. But Gascoigne again running across defenders, gets a strike and hits Ricard, but watch this for magic. A little dummy there, that makes it for me. Ricard miscontrolled, Armstrong at the far post, get in there.
Bradbury.
Bradbury there.
And another flashpoint. Well, he was hauling back Vickers, and Vickers there reacted in a...
Oh, this is getting ridiculous, Rob.
It's red!
It's a scenario they'll hope to avoid as Merson here looks to pick out Kinder, and Hignett has made the run for him and is onside. And he's pulled it back to Merson. Good chance here for Merson! And what a thrilling start for Middlesbrough. And Paul Merson with his second high-profile game in 48 hours. On Wednesday night he was turning out for England. Tonight he's turned out for Borough, and he's got the opening goal.
Wow, incredible. What a great first touch this is. Glover steps up, played onside. Good play from Hignett, cuts back. Look at the first touch, goes past two players. Great finish, keeps it low. What a start from Middlesbrough. Hignett looks up, but the touch is what makes this goal. Just toe pokes it forward, keeps it low.
24 hours before the penultimate match against Wolves, Borough's destiny is placed in their own hands by Sunderland's defeat at Ipswich. It means that Borough need just 4 points from their final 2 matches.
Nicely played by Lee Naylor. Schwarzer stayed where he is. Patalainen looking for Goodman again. Fleming's got it sorted. Only half a clearance. Fired back in, and it's a goal. And it's Mark Atkins. Merson. Fleming queuing up for the delivery. Maddison again jumping and jumping up. And it's the equaliser. It's Hamilton Rickard. Brian Robson picked him, and the Colombian justifies their faith. And it's taken less than a couple of minutes, and the Borough have struck back immediately, and they're mighty relieved on Teesside. It's a second goal for Rickard, and a vital one.
Well, again, it's a cross from the left-hand side that we see, delivered beyond the far post. We see the ball hit from Curtis Fleming, long beyond the far post. It's Neil Maddison that comes in again, attacks the ball. Hamilton Rickard on the half-turn, just helps it on into the back of the net. Good ball in, knocked in again. Obviously, it's a problem for them in the air at that far post area, because we saw Maddison in that position cause a few problems a few moments ago, and it's given Middlesbrough the equaliser, and that will do Rickard's confidence the world of good.
And that priceless goal by Rickard puts Borough in the automatic promotion place with just 1 match remaining. Whatever happens elsewhere, victory in the final Riverside encounter with Oxford will secure a place in the Premiership.
And now the automatic promotion dream is on.
What a deafening noise here. That's the breakthrough they were praying for in the dressing room at half-time. The goalkeeper comes and stops, decides to hold his ground 5 yards out. Armstrong keeps his cool. Right foot strike. Far corner. Surely now no stopping Borough. Just the start Brian Robson was praying for. Armstrong realises he's got time, takes the touch, picks his spot, composure, in off the post, and 1-0. Borough bench go berserk.
And this really is the area of the game where Middlesbrough now have to keep their cool. They've got the breakthrough that they long for. Can they add to it? Merson set up the opener for Armstrong. Can he do it again? Yes, he can!
What a dramatic start to the second half! The fans here are going wild with delight. And all that first half tension is forgotten.
Paul Merson here is fantastic. Watch him give Armstrong a chance to readjust his position. He waits, then delivers. Fabulous play from Merson. And Armstrong. What a start to the second half for Alan Armstrong. Paul Merson gives him time to spin to the far post, to elude the defender, and it's a simple tap in. And Robson, wow, get the champagne on ice.
From Marsh, and Gilchrist could have afforded to leave it but didn't. And Fleming keeps the pressure on. Hignett, could it be 3?
In off the post, promotion now surely settled. Craig Hignett, the scorer, celebrates with double strike Alan Armstrong.
Is that his last goal for Middlesbrough? Hignett has made it clear he doesn't want to leave. Maybe with Borough now surely in the Premiership, we'll have to find another club, but what a cool finish. In off the post, and really the party begins. Super play again. Fleming just threads it through, perfectly timed run, has a little check and chucks it away and off the post. And now Oxford could be on for hiding. Great goal, lovely finish, and surely, beyond doubt, Borough are back.
Really is a different Middlesbrough now, isn't it? Confidence flowing, everyone wants the ball.
The passes are joining up. And here goes Gascoigne looking for Merson, and it's fallen again. Hignett! And the Premiership now can throw open its doors and welcome Middlesbrough.
Well, I have to say, I'm delighted for this fella. Look at the joy in his face, and what a strike this is. Kisses goodbye maybe, but he'll remember this moment. This is a fantastic strike. On the right foot, ping, top corner. And out comes the Italian classical music again here at the Riverside. Merson, I think, just helps this on. But what about this for a finish? Pure power, pace, finds the back of the net. And really, what a party's going on here all afternoon and tonight.
The cross here to Nicky Banger. And disappointment for Schwarzer. They're not going to keep a clean sheet in their final game of the season. But Banger, amused by the antics of getting that one past Schwarzer. And Middlesbrough, like Nottingham Forest, have bounced back at the first attempt. Brian Robson's team promoted back to the Premiership.
I can't be more delighted for the fans who have been absolutely superb this year. I think the players have done themselves justice, they've been fantastic, and the club's back where it belongs, in the Premiership.
Are you looking forward to playing in the Premiership?
Yeah, it's a dream now. I come to Middlesbrough because that's what it's about, Premiership football, and we're there now.
What a way to go out, you know. 4 goals, we played brilliant in the second half, and just overcome with emotions, fantastic.
2 goals.
The day is all about the fans, and when you're in I can't think of a more enjoyable 30 minutes or a greater experience than the last 30 minutes of the game today and 10 minutes after it. They were absolutely magnificent, and when we have real success here, it's going to be extraordinary.
I'm going to take the wife and kids away now for 10 days to America and just rest, and hopefully when I come back I might be in the England squad, and then I'll be recharged, raring to go again. Yes!
A look at the final table confirms Borough's automatic promotion. A happy ending to a dramatic season. Borough are back in the Premiership.